Hi, I want to show you on how to use text delimiter in Power BI and Tableau. And I want to guess that during your basic Excel, you were shown on how to use text to column. And in other means, you have been shown on how to separate text when we have different value. Like example, the one we have on column A, column F, and that of column G. So we want to see on how to separate this using Power BI or Tableau. Now to do that, we're going to go to data. First of all, we highlight the column, use text to column, then click on next. Now, for we to separate that, we need to click others because or it is on here semicolon. Then you click on next. Finish. Now see, there is already data here. Do you want to replace it? No. I want to show you the difference while using Power BI or Power BI and Tableau. Now, Excel expects you to have created a column such that when you separate this text, it's going to fill in into the gap. But now, we don't have an empty cell. If we're replacing that, it means that we are going to lose the data on column B. So therefore, we're going to cancel it and come back to column B and insert a column. Now, by inserting the column, we can go back there, click on text to column, next, then we finish. Then everything will be separated automatically. You can do the same to every other table of value you have. I want to show you this on Tableau. Let's go to Tableau immediately. Okay, welcome to Tableau. I'll be showing you on how to do the same thing and have the same result. It's gonna look like a magic when using Tableau, and I believe some of you have been trying to look at this function. If Tableau, you can actually clean data like that on Tableau. Then we go to, I have already imported this data here, the same data I'm using in Excel. I've already imported it here. Now this arrow, you click on it, you see custom split. Then we are interested in the semicolon. You add the semicolon. Now we have an option here, first. It means that for every first semicolon in it, let's say we have like 2 to 3 or above semicolon included on the column there, then when it sees the first column, it's going to separate the first column and leave others. Now it's stating here, how many columns do you want to have? Is it 2 or 3? If you increase it to 2, meaning that it's going to split it into more than one column. The one here last simply means that it's going to pick the last column. That means it skip the first semicolon, skip the second, if there is semicolon or any other hyphen or comma that is being separated by or space. So all you need to do is that it picks the last column, semicolon, that is present in the that category. So all going back to all, using all simply means that for every separation or commas or semicolon or sign that is being is seen on the particular column you have highlighted, that means it's going to separate them. If it's up to 4, it's going to give you 4 columns created. If you look at this column, it has locked this, meaning that for every number of the separator it has met, it's going to separate it to that numbers of column. So we're going to click OK and see the magic here. If you notice it is not appearing here, you have to scroll to your right before you have to see that. scroll to your right. I want to scroll to the right. You can see it has been separated to this environment, this at the end. So you can therefore have to, if you want to rename it, maybe rename it and you want to join the data after you have done that in calculated field. It's now left for you to try that. If you want to learn how to do that, make a comment in the comment box, then I will make a video for that. Okay. Now, since you're done here, we're going to Power BI and see how we can do same magic on Power BI. Oh, welcome to Power BI. This is the Power BI. I've also imported the same data here in Power BI. But before we go ahead, we need to transform this data, which will take us directly to Power Query. Here is the Power Query editor. It's as simple as what we have done there. Now, it's the same name that is being given in Tableau. That's the same thing we're going to do here on Power Query. So we can use the function, go up here at the top here. Let me highlight that for you. You click on the text split. Now there are other ways of separating a column in Power BI through the Power Query. So you can use any of these functions. For the purpose of this course, we are going to use by Delimiter. So wait while it comes up. Now we have seen the difference what it wants from the Delimiter. We have column, commas, equals, semicolon, and others. Now if what you want to separate it from is not stated among here, so you can click on the custom. A new box will be created here. A new editor will come out here. So you can fill in what the separator into this particular editor, particular space. But we already seen the semicolon in which we want to separate it with. So we click on the semicolon. Same explanation I gave using Tableau. You can use the same leftmost delimiter. That means it's going to pick the first value at the left and skip others. Rightmost delimiter, it's going to pick the last value and leave the rest, separate the last value. Now each concurrence of the delimiter here is picking every value, or every time every occurrence of that separator semicolon is being, let's say we have up to 5. That means it's going to give us a 5 column separated. You can come down to use advanced if there's any other thing you want to include using advanced. So it's asking us, do you want to um, keep that value in quotes? No, I don't want to add quotes to it. So I simply use none. Then I can go ahead and click OK. Wow, it has been separated here. So you can therefore, if you want to add the value to it, or if you want to join it together, or you want to keep it separately, especially when you want to see the first name and the last name having different column, you can come here and right click on it at the top and rename this column, and also rename the other column, so that the column will look okay and fine to use. I believe you understand this video. I want you to hit on the subscribe button if you enjoyed this video. I'll be doing a lot of video comparing Power BI and Tableau, and we're going to see the difference and how to use both functions in both application.